Good evening, everybody. Welcome to LFC Red Forever channel. Just going to be discussing the Premier League as we always do, and you know, outside that as well, you don't have to be just one thing. So we're going to be discussing more than the Premier League today. So please tune in, like, share, subscribe, and let's do this, people. Let's bring in the first panel. Atika's here. Huh?
Hi everyone.
How you been, man? How you been, mate?
Yeah, been a tough weekend, I guess.
I don't blame you, man.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about obviously the North London derby first of all. Other than the actual result for you, what do you think about that Lamela goal, man?
The Lamela goal. I mean, there's not many players that can even attempt that. Yeah. And if you remember that David Dunn, attempt going back
when he tripped over his legs,
and you know. And he wasn't even trying to score; he was just trying to pass the ball, and he still couldn't do it. So for Lamela, we played football at a low level, but we know even when you try something like that. I remember you used to try that, by the way.
Didn't you? Yeah, definitely. When I was a kid, I used to try everything, man, thinking I'm the best, but sometimes it fails. Hello, Bally. You alright, Bally?
Yeah, Bally.
Yeah, what's going on, man? What's going on? You
good,
you guys good, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Rob, welcome, mate.
Hi, Rob. You got me?
Yeah, we were just talking about the North London derby. How that goal by Lamela, how outstanding it was. I was doing a live watch along, and I was actually shocked that he even attempted. I know he did it in the UEFA Cup. I think he did it in the UEFA Cup once.
And that was outside the box.
Wow,
that was a good goal, man.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it, man.
But to get that much power, on that shot.
It was a curl as well. It was like curling as well, bro.
Yeah, and the thing is, to even attempt that, because he tries it from the cross, because he doesn't want to kick with his right foot.
Yeah,
he attempts it whenever it comes that side. He tries things like that. But for it to come off and in such a big game was.
It's just a shame, that wasn't like the winning goal. You know what I'm trying to say?
Tell me about it. So what do you like? What's the hopes for the season, mate? You know what I mean? You was hoping for top 4, but is it still possible after this game?
I think Liverpool have got a better chance than Tottenham.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, Tottenham are just so inconsistent. Don't have a definitive style of play.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like whenever they come up against a big 16, they're just going to sit back and hope they can counter attack. I just think when you got the attacking lineup that Spurs have got, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you? The last 10 minutes, Spurs actually played quite good. They actually created quite a few chances, but you just.
I found the game boring in the beginning. Like I was waiting to get into it properly until that goal went in, because I don't think there was any shots on target after that first goal in the game, as I'm aware.
Not many from Spurs either. Spurs hardly had any attempts until the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a disappointing performance. I think, look, even as much as I hate to say it, Arsenal deserve to win. But that penalty.
How was that a penalty, Etika? How was that a penalty? Please tell me.
I mean, I'd like to know what the rest of you guys think on that. Did you think that was a penalty?
I don't think that was a penalty, man.
I mean,
no way.
He missed the ball, clearly.
And then he kicked.
And then he kicked the player. He kicked Sanchez afterwards. It was strange, man.
I think it's maybe because how Sanchez came into it. Like, he came into it pretty like a brick wall. You know what I'm trying to say? If he came into it soft, he wouldn't have got it. I don't think they'll get the penalty. Because it's the action of the defender. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But do you not think if Lacazette actually kicked the ball straight, then Sanchez would have got in the way? The problem is Lacazette missed the ball and then he ended up kicking them.
If Sanchez got the ball, if Sanchez blocked the ball, it would have been a outstanding defensive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Move.
But we say this every week. What is the point of VAR? What is the point if they're not even investigating mistakes?
I honestly don't think the referees are good enough, guys. I've said it for a while. I mean, and it just gets worse. Even yesterday's game, there was a penalty in the first few minutes with Alisson when he missed the ball.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking, all right, thanks, thank you, referee. You know what I mean? It's terrible all the way around, man.
It's inconsistent, man.
They're awful. They're awful. If FIFA can see it, like I said last time, if FIFA can see it, why can't the Premier League see how bad they are, man? They're absolutely awful, man.
They're saying it has to be a clear and obvious error. But I think if you're being so specific with offsides, checking someone's shoelace or something like that, Well, hold on. Check the penalty as well. If you know it's a penalty, don't worry about if it's a clear and obvious error. If it's an error, correct it.
Yeah.
Correct it. I mean, it's stupid. If you can see that it's not a penalty, it's such a big decision. It's such a big game.
Yeah.
And you say, actually...
There's no balls, is there? Like, referees, they're not like we said before, rugby referees. They get respect, and it's like a final decision. In football, it's like they cowered away from making decisions. It's like they'd rather dish it out to the linesman to make it, and then sometimes they don't even agree on the decision, and they're like, okay, play on. You know, there's no sort of like, right, okay, I'm going to take this decision by the scruff of its neck, and then just do the right thing. Just gets brushed under the rug.
And the thing is, something like that is perfect for Mourinho, because then he can just blame the penalty on everything.
Yeah.
So, you know,
he loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
any bit of bait.
Exactly, but and anything that he knows that he's actually right, he's going to use that to say, oh, actually, that's why we lost the game. But ultimately, Spurs lost the game because of his negative mindset. When you got an attacking lineup like Son, Kane, Bale, and Lucas, and then you're planning to play on the counter attack, I mean.
Yeah.
How does that even make sense?
I think Spurs played a bit negative, man. Like there was no spark or nothing. You know what I'm trying to say? Like for the past couple of weeks, Spurs has been on it. Like their attack has been on fire. But it's like yesterday's match was like they weren't really on it. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like if Lamela didn't score that goal, there will be nothing in the game, really.
Yeah. It's almost like he's saying, well, if we're playing against a team that we know they can hurt us, well, we're just going to sit back. You know, when he plays against Crystal Palace and Burnley and Brighton, he knows he can attack because they're not going to hurt Spurs that often. Whereas Arsenal,
but do you think like his football's outdated? Like there's no progress. Is there going to be any progress with him? I know I said it before, but what more can you see?
I'd love to say he will progress, but I can't see it. I thought he learnt his lesson at United. I thought this is perfect because he's learnt his lesson. He got an absolute kicking at United. In terms of everyone saw that he was outdated. He's going to come back. He's going to come back with a new method, new ideas. But he's come back with exactly the same bloody stuff as before. There's nothing new.
Don't you think he's a cup manager now, though?
Oh, I hope so.
Because I think Europa League, looking at the teams left in it, I think you've got a shout there. I mean, you know what? You keep Harry Kane fit and Son and players like that. I think you've got a shout.
The best teams left in the Europa League are all the British teams. Honestly, I'd even include Glasgow Rangers. Yeah. I'm not saying Glasgow Rangers will win it, but they're probably one of the better.
But they're on a high. They've just won the league, smashed it. So why not? Nothing.
And can you imagine if Glasgow Rangers came up against United, Arsenal, Tottenham? Come on, that will be a huge game for them.
It'll be a sick game.
Can you imagine Gerrard coming up against any of those teams? He would be so up for it.
He'll be rubbing his hands, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you feel about him, Attica? Would you have him as a manager?
Gerrard? Yeah, I think even when he's a player, you can see he's got the leadership material. He's got the footballing brain. Everyone would pinpoint, oh, he slipped and stuff like that, and no one would ever forget that. But he's got the footballing brain. He's got the footballing brain. You can see it. Yeah, Fozzie, I know you're not his biggest fan, but
listen. I know last time I argued about it when we went off screen and that, but it's not like I hate the guy. I love the guy. Don't get me wrong. The issue I have is the control he had over the club. I mean, they had to go through him like to get transfers going. That's what I was angry about. I mean, it shouldn't be like that. A big club should not go through a player to get the players they want. They should be big enough for themselves.
It's like Messi,
decide.
It's like Messi.
Yeah, it never works. Look at Messi now. He's got more control than ever. It never works. Yeah. That's what I was angry about. But listen, man, in the future, you never know. He could become a Liverpool manager. Of course, I'm going to support him. I'm not going to say no to him, man. It's just the argument of that. Like now, we're a proper team. We're all about the team. We're not about individuals anymore. That's why I prefer it this way, if you understand what I'm trying to say, Attica. It wasn't like hating on the guy. He just had too much control. That really got, as a player, he's a great player.
I don't think it could happen now, though. I don't think them kind of things can't happen now. I think Messi is the last breed of the controlling breed. You know what I'm trying to say? Like now we we all equal and all that crap.
Yeah.
So Mbappe could.
Yeah.
He could
Yeah,
be that
absolutely.
sort of caliber.
Do you think Gerrard would have been the same player he was at Liverpool if Klopp was manager? So if Klopp wants everyone to be equal effectively, whereas Gerrard probably had more control at the time.
That's
But do you
the
think
point.
he would have been the same player if Klopp was the manager at the time?
You know what? I don't know. You know, like some players are just good with control in it. That's what it is. Maybe that's what Gerrard was. Hence why he didn't probably win a lot. Like other than Champions League, he hasn't won like major trophies at Liverpool, and a lot of people make excuses for him because of like not having a good team around him. But I could name 2 to 3 seasons he had good players around him, and we still didn't do anything. So I don't. Klopp controls everything from top to bottom. So I don't know how it would work. I don't think it would have worked out if Gerrard had the same power as he had before.
Yeah.
I don't think
Klopp
it would have
will
worked out.
put him in the bench, mate. Like
Yeah.
like Klopp knows like he's the man. Like, you know what I'm trying to say. It's like, whereas in other managers, sometimes they like submit to the player. You know what I'm trying to say. But Klopp ain't like that. Like he look what he done to Sacco, bro, because he was late on the plane or something. You know what I'm
Straight
saying?
away,
Like,
got rid of
he
him.
never saw him again, and he was a good defender for us. You know what I'm trying to say. But it is what it is.
Yeah, that's true, man. But yeah, that's football, isn't it? Like the other thing I hated the most about our conversation offline was, like I said, the teams that he played with. Like I said, I could name 3 good teams. The last one with Suarez, that should have won the league. 08, 09 with Owen, Fowler, all those players, they should have won the league back then as well. So it's so many teams that was around him that was good, and people will still talk about like he didn't have a good team around him, which mine baffles me. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what it is with Gerrard. But yeah, if he comes as a manager, I'm not gonna complain.
It's fate though, isn't it? It's fate that he is going to end up Liverpool manager.
Yeah.
Whether it works out or not, I'm not saying it's definitely going to work out 100%. But it's just fate. It's inevitable. I think Liverpool
it's like
fans will
Zlatan, isn't it? It's like I swear Zlatan didn't like win the Champions League before. There was one player that he was so good, but he didn't win the Champions League. I forgot who it was. I think it was Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Ronaldo.
Harry Kane.
Forget about Harry Kane. The real Ronaldo. The real Ronaldo.
What, the R9,
original
yeah,
Ronaldo.
R9.
Yeah. He hasn't
He never
won
won Champions League.
Never. He won everything else apart from Champions League.
That's
he
mad.
won
It's
UEFA
mad.
Cup.
Yeah, that's fate, man. It's fate. Like these, it's not meant to be for some. Even look at the England team. We could just say like England should have won a World Cup.
Yeah,
at the golden age, you know what I'm trying to say. But it's like it's not meant to be, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true, man. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But with Gerrard, I could see him becoming a Liverpool manager. But the best thing he will have on his side is age as well. So, like if he comes to Liverpool and becomes a manager, he will grow with the team, wouldn't he? I don't think he wants to, unless he gets sacked. I don't think he will leave. So he could actually grow with the team for years to come. So that's the advantage we will have over anyone else if we win under him on a regular basis. So yeah, like Klopp, he says 2024 he's gone. You know what I mean? That's what he keeps saying. With Gerrard, you won't get that. That's the difference.
We give managers time as well. You know what I'm trying to say? That will help him a lot as well. So he could even flop like 2 seasons. Not flop as in like just find his ways and still be. It's not like Chelsea. You know what I mean?
What sort of style do you think he'd play there?
I don't know. I don't know what Rangers play. Do you interviews watch Rangers? I don't watch Rangers.
They're good at attacking, but I think the defense is kind of dodgy. You know what I mean? They do let in a lot of goals, but their attack is superb, bro. Like
I think it'd be like Brendan Rodgers a bit. Though.
Yeah. And the thing is, you're not expecting Kilmarnock and Partick Thistle to put you under too much pressure, are you? Really, let's face it. You know, and even Celtic have been poor this season. So.
Yeah, for real.
You know, it is a brilliant achievement for him as his first role, but I mean, it was only against Celtic and no one else.
Yeah, but he will be in the Premier League, no doubt about
it. Undoubtedly.
But I think he's going to go to a team before he manages Liverpool, another team in the Premier League or something like that.
You think
before he manages Liverpool? Yeah. I don't think he's our next manager. I think he has to prove himself in the Premier League first of all. You don't want another Lampard to happen, innit? So even that he's doing well at Rangers, but that's Rangers, innit? That's a different league. That's a different country, and it's a weaker league as well. But in the Premier League, it's tough. It's really tough. Even the best
It will be good for him as well to manage another team before Liverpool.
It's a tough league. The Premier League. It's not forgiving. I mean, even the best managers in the world struggle in this league. So it's going to be tough for him. I mean, but yeah, let's move on to the Leicester game, guys. They won 5-0, sorry, and Chris Wilder's gone, the manager. What do you guys think about that? Well, he walked away, innit? He didn't get sacked. He actually walked away.
Well, it's mutual, wasn't it? So they kind of pushed him, and he agreed. It just shows loyalty doesn't pay. He brought them from the the first division up 2 divisions.
Yeah,
you know, and he's a Sheffield man as well. His heart.
Do you think he should have been given time? Like I said it before. There's a lot of teams going to be struggling in this league due to no fans being in the stadium. I mean, and don't forget, fans put fear onto players, and there ain't that many fans around now. So what would, like, in my honest opinion, I think we would have seen a different Sheffield United if the fans were there. You know what I mean? In my opinion, maybe different Liverpool as well if the fans were there at Anfield. So I think they should have just stuck with him and then get promoted again with him. It's a weird all season. Look at the league. Everybody's beating everybody. Nobody's consistent apart.
They didn't really buy either, did they? No. I mean, that good season that they had last season, he did amazing. I mean, really, he's victim of his own success.
Yeah.
Last season, he did incredibly well.
The only big signing is Rhian Brewster, and I think they expected so much from him.
Yeah, but you can't really put.
You can't.
It's their owners as well. It's their owners. You know, like, they got Saudi owners. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And like, you know how they are. They're at the top and they're going back down. Like, they're not gonna have it, man. Like, I don't think the Saudi owners got patience like that. You know what I'm trying to say? They gave him enough time already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's got to do with the owners as well. I think if it was like a English owner or European owner, they probably still kept him in for the next season to try and bring them back up. But it's these Saudis, innit? They just think, oh, you know what? We just get someone else, man.
It's a results-based business, and it's so financially based now.
And look at the performance, man. Look at how many points have they got, bro? It's bound to happen, bro. Like I don't care what manager you are, bro. Like you got that many points on the board, you're going down.
Shocking, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, shocking, bro. Shocking.
Yeah, I think they said it's the worst ever team in the bottom or something.
They've had 2 wins. I think they've had 2 wins, haven't they?
It's disgusting, man.
But 2 wins and 1 against United, 1 against Manchester United.
At Old Trafford as well.
I'm just that goes to show. I mean, it's still the nucleus of the team is still the same from last season. And last season they did so good. They they maybe surprised a lot of people. I think maybe some people knew what to expect. But yeah, as you say, Poz, when they had the fans behind them, it makes such a huge impact.
You know, like the fans are always on the side and they shout abuse at the players, and they scare the players around them and things like that. If there's nothing like that in the stadium, away teams always have a chance to win games. Always, man. And
makes it much easier.
Yeah, it makes it much easier for them. What do you think of Leicester, guys? Like, are they the real deal? 5-0 win. Still injuries they got.
They're looking good.
Do you think they're going to be finishing in the top 4?
Wouldn't put it past them at the moment. I think at this rate, I think they're overtaking United.
Yeah, they did.
I think they could possibly get second, mate.
Yeah. I think they're good.
What's their next fixtures? Have they got a what is it looking like?
With Leicester, with that, what do you call it?
They actually got Manchester United in the cup coming up next. Then they got Man City in the league, West Ham, West Brom.
Yeah, Man City in the league, man.
Yeah, so they got tough games. The West Brom, obviously, that will probably be their last.
They could drop a lot of points. They could actually drop a lot of points.
Yeah.
And they still got to play Manchester United as well.
Sheffield United, man. You know what I mean? Like 5-0 Sheffield United.
Wow.
It's probably just Liverpool that can't get the job like 5-0. But it's, Leicester scoring 5-0 against Sheffield United is nothing.
That's nothing to them, yeah.
But Sheffield United was kind of on the rebound of what happened with Chris Wilder, wasn't it? I think a lot of the players were thinking, hold on, that was the guy we've been playing for the last 2-3 years. Yeah. We've been pouring blood for him, and you just guys got rid of him that easily.
It's one of those things, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like that's how they played. They didn't even want it.
And then you get Iniacho scoring a hat trick. You know what I mean? What is that all about? You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's the greatest player in the world, but he shouldn't get a hat trick. I think
that's his first ever hat trick.
Oh wow! Man. I never forgive him for a couple of seasons ago when he was like through on goal against Man City and hit it wide, man, in the last minute. Could have won us a league
Yeah,
that day.
remember that? Oh,
I'll never forgive him for that, man.
open goal, man.
Open
That
goal, man.
company
He
goal,
messed it
that
up.
company goal. You see
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Blaster, bro. That broke my heart when I watched it.
Sickening. Of all players, he hadn't scored for like 4 years or something like that.
That's
Smashed like a rocket
what?
Gerrard shot. Top
That's like Matip. That's like Matip, like scoring
Getting a goal,
screamer
yeah.
last minute, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, that broke my heart, mate.
You couldn't write that stuff.
No, you couldn't, man. So, guys, West Ham, Man United, 1-0 to Man United. West Ham didn't even show up in that game, honestly. I don't know if you guys watched it. They were absolutely awful, man.
I was happy with the result anyway.
Man, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even though it's our rivals, but
Yeah.
I thought West Ham could have done better. But I think it's downhill from now. I think for them. I don't think they're going to be staying up there for long. Hopefully,
they're going to drop points. They're definitely going to drop points.
I mean, you watch West Ham, but they don't really dominate any games. They're just very physical, and it's a typical David Moyes style of playing where he knows how to get the points. They're brilliant on set pieces, corners and free kicks. They got Souček and Kufal and all these big guys, and they just cause so many problems. Even like Antonio is good in the air as well, and you know
their midfield is solid, bro. You know what I mean?
Strong.
Strong midfield, bro.
Now that's why they're not going to dominate many games, but you know,
I can't see them in the Champions League. Though, I can't.
Oh, that'd be dreadful.
Can you imagine West Ham in the Champions League? Freaking hell, man, that'd be even awful.
Europa League.
Yeah, I think they'll get you.
Oh man! So City guys, 3-0. Fulham, the team that beat Liverpool, by the way, at Anfield. They go to. I mean, they lose.
They were holding them till half time, and then just bam, you know, they just turned up, got the party started in that second half.
Yeah,
he went with a slightly different formation, though, didn't he? Because he ended up going with 3 strikers.
Yeah,
and normally he overloads the midfield, but he went with Aguero, Jesus, and Torres. And I was surprised at that, but it actually worked. I think he kind of thinking against some of the weaker teams rather than just playing around midfield. Let's just go for their throat.
He sometimes plays De Bruyne as striker as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
As part of that front three.
It's expected, though. It's expected, man. They're not dropping no points now, man. They won it. Like, you could see it. You could see the light at the end of the tunnel, man. They won it, man. You know what I mean? They're not dropping nothing.
Now they're pushed for Champions League. Now they're pushed for Champions League. I think they're good favourites for that.
it's general season, man.
Then they need they need another 5 victories to guarantee you. If Manchester United win every game, they only need another 5 games anyway. So
with the depth of that squad, easy.
Yeah,
unfortunately, man. It's gonna be. Listen, next season the fans are coming back, hopefully, anyway. But I don't think they're gonna be a
12th man.
Yeah, we'll see. What was it, Everton as well, guys? Like at home to Burnley. You know what I mean? Like 2-1.
I was happy. I was so happy. It was
I
like
was shocked, man. How do they play like sometimes like so brilliant, and then I think Ancelotti said a good thing. He said a good thing in the game after the game. He said, "I think we need to stop trying to dominate games. We need, like just play like chasing the ball and things like that instead of like trying to dominate games. Because when they dominate games, they try to dominate games. Sorry, they always lose the games. They always lose it home or away. It's strange, like Burnley getting results away. That never used to happen a lot before. But this season, they're coming to Liverpool and getting points, man.
And they played really well, bro. They played really well against Everton. That's the weird thing.
Didn't they?
Yeah, they scored a couple of spectacular goals.
And Chris Wood, you know.
And McNeil.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was a beautiful goal.
That McNeil goal was fantastic.
That was a Salah goal, bro.
Nah, it was a Messi goal, not Salah. When Salah scored a goal like that? It was
what, top corners?
Come on, man. Come on, he's done plenty of them.
I think Burnley heard our comments a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, exactly.
We've proved these mugs wrong.
Phil Mitchell FC. It's the third Mitchell brother, isn't it? It's the third Mitchell brother they got as manager.
Yeah.
So let's talk about yesterday's game, guys. Liverpool. What did the club call it? A dirty 1-0 win. That's what he said. A dirty 1-0
Unspectacular.
win.
I say we'd take that.
Well, back at 6. You know, like I looked at
I'll
the
take that,
table,
man.
and how the hell have we played 29 games with all the schedule we have? I still don't understand it. Like, I thought we played less than that. Like, it's strange.
It's gone
29
quick.
games already. It's gone
It's
so
gone quick,
quick.
isn't it?
Crazy.
If you think about it, we're into last home straight really of the season. The season's practically done and almost done, you know?
How have Villa only played 27?
That's what I don't understand.
Remember all the
They
corona
had
stuff?
that COVID thing, innit? They had that
Yeah.
COVID.
So Spurs have played 28 games and not played Villa once yet. Unbelievable.
Wow.
So Spurs in their last 10 games have played Villa twice. You know, because obviously one game got postponed and the other game was meant to be at the end of the season. So Spurs have played practically everyone, all the other top teams, but not played Villa, which is crazy.
How the hell did Arsenal get that far up, man? They were about 14th not so long ago.
that far up, they're still 10th.
Yeah,
strange.
I think.
And then
I
you
think
see
when you
Wolves at 13.
when you're in like yeah, exactly. When you're around the 10th, 11th spot, it's really hard to come out of them spots. Like even though Arsenal are winning, like can you believe it? They're still 10th. Like you know what I'm trying to say? It's
That's
really
strange.
hard, bro. Like when you're around them areas, bro, it's really hard to come up. But the way I see it, man, like Liverpool are in a good position right now, man. We just need to hope that other teams like drop points and we just start winning, man. You know what I mean? We just have to get them. Like Klopp said, it's a dirty 3 points, so we just need to grind them out, man. You know what I mean? 1-0, I was happy with that, man. And you know what? We didn't even play good. We didn't even play that good.
Man,
Like the
so many
defense and the
misplaced
midfield
passes.
yeah, exactly. Like the defense was superb, you know, but it's other than that, our attacking was like crap, bro. It's just that one chance that Diogo Jota shot. Like if it was Firmino, he wouldn't have shot. You know what I'm trying to say?
He would have. Yeah, he would have done some.
That's why I like him. You know, he's like, "Hey boys, you know, this is how you do it." That's why I'm glad he's back.
Exactly.
And
we
amazingly,
need them
Salah
dirty
and Mane
points,
both
man.
passed.
Yeah.
Amazingly, they both actually passed the ball.
It was kind of shocking, to be fair.
I don't think Liverpool need to worry about West Ham. I think Liverpool need to worry about Chelsea. Chelsea is the one. They need Chelsea to start dropping some points. And I don't think Chelsea are that great, but they haven't lost since Tuchel's been there.
It's the honeymoon era, isn't it? It's the honeymoon period.
Yeah.
I
see draws though.
Once you get found out, you're gonna Once they get found out, they're gonna drop drop a few points, and I think we'll catch them.
Have they got some hard games?
On us. Huh?
Have Chelsea got some hard games?
We only got Man United left on the top 5. I think they should have
Arsenal as well.
Oh yeah, but Arsenal 10th.
Chelsea got West Brom, Palace.
But still, they're in a good form, man.
Palace away, West Brom.
They've got some good games.
West
Ham, Man City, Arsenal. They got Man City, Arsenal, and Leicester all out in a row, and then Villa away as well.
Last 4 games.
Yeah, I can see them dropping.
They're all hard games. All hard games.
Yeah, they got hard games.
Yeah.
No, but Liverpool need to win their games as well.
We have to win our games.
It's not just about Chelsea dropping points.
Just
the
not just the dirty ones.
Yeah, exactly.
It don't matter what fixtures we have. It doesn't matter what teams we have, bro. Like it's scary.
But the bottom teams are banana skins.
But that's the great thing with English football. You're going into a game now and you're saying, well, apart from Man City, where you can kind of say, we expect them to win. Everyone else, anything can happen now. It looks like Sheffield United have probably given up.
It's depressing.
Mm-hmm.
It's depressing but entertaining at the same time, man.
I think the last season we've seen this is when Leicester won the league, innit? When it was all weird, everybody getting results from each other. I think that was the last time it was this strange. And there was fans in the stadium, believe it or not.
Do you think Liverpool are going to carry that kind of form on, where they're going to just try and grind out the results rather than completely outplay teams from that? Because I have to admit, in that second half, I dozed off completely. And I woke up and I saw it was 104 minutes.
Yeah.
I was 1-0. I was thinking, Liverpool scored in extra time. Hopefully it goes to penalties. And that's a boring game.
It's strange at the cup because in the Champions League against Leipzig. Leipzig is a good team. Don't forget, guys. They're second in the league, couple of points behind Bayern Munich, so they're not too bad. Liverpool played pretty well. They dominated that game, and But once we come to the Premier League, I don't know. Do we switch off or are we like sometimes I look at the game? It's when teams push onto us, we start hesitating, and even players like Thiago misplaced passes. Trent misplaced a lot of passes.
Yeah.
It's just when team come onto us like close up. It's when we start panicking in the games and then we give away. Listen, if they had Jimenez, I think they would have scored 2 goals yesterday. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
I think they would have scored 2 goals if they had a proper striker up front. Which
Fabinho made a difference, though. I think Fabinho made
I've been saying it for how long, I said he's not a
Yeah.
centre back. I mean, I'm tired of watching Fabinho as a centre back. He should be playing in his rightful position. Listen, he could still play as a centre back from that place anyway. If you just tell him to stay in front of the defence and then protect the defenders, he could still play like that. But unfortunately, we've got no players left, so they have to play him at the back. But like you said, Attica, he has made a huge difference in that middle. And the interceptions that I've been saying for a while has come back. So he basically stops the attack from the other teams. Even if he has to foul them, he does it. That's what I like about him in midfield.
His positioning is just immense, isn't it? He eats up the pitch. He's like, right, I'm going to chase you, and then he's got that ball that he can spray the ball around, and then he's just an intelligent player. But he does the ugly stuff.
That's what you need. That's what you need in that middle. Because like when you put Ronaldo there, what are you going to be scared of Ronaldo for? You ain't be scared of Ronaldo, are you? He's not going to make any interceptions. He's good at positional play. He's good at with the ball, like passing it about and that. Other than that, what use have you got for him? He's not going to make interceptions in the middle. That's what Fabinho does. He stops the other team playing their through balls. He just reads the passes. If he has to foul someone, he will foul someone. He won't even get a yellow card. Like Thiago yesterday. I don't know how he didn't get a yellow card. The first five fouls he done in the game, you know what I mean? He had about 5 fouls and he still didn't get a yellow card. It was strange, man. But yeah, it was a boring game, man.
That's like Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka does about 20 fouls every game. He never gets them off. Some players just do niggly fouls, but it's important. You need that player who is prepared to do that. Even if it means getting a yellow card, they do it. But it's so important that you can stop the play from someone making a quick attack.
What do you guys think of the centre-back partnerships, guys? The Phillips and Kabak. I mean, not many people were willing to give them a chance. They still wanted Fabinho back there. And they were saying they're not good enough. They had a couple of games. I think they kept the clean sheet in a way, but they're saying they're not good enough when players get past them. But I said, if you give them a run of games, you don't know what you're going to get. Give people a run of games, then they could understand how the team plays. And then they could like join in with things like how to pass the ball, where to run, and all that stuff.
Got nothing to lose.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, I think that's 3 games they played together, and they kept 3 clean sheets. There you go. I mean,
we've tried everything else, so might as well. Now they're a bit of form. They're linking up well. Just keep them there and get Fabinho, keep him in that position. I think it's best position out there, and then Thiago. I think. Get more creative in that role, and then I think we're starting to find regular positions now. And that's what we need. We can't how many different partnerships did we say last time we had? It was something crazy, wasn't it? It's like 8 different 12. I think it's even 12, wasn't it? 12 different.
It's more than that, I think, mate.
It's more than that, man.
16. I think it's close to 16, 17, mate.
That's crazy, isn't it? Just for being a top side, that's madness.
And it's like the defense. The defense is like they got the security of Fabinho there as well now. You know what I'm trying to say? Whereas in like Fabinho was in defense before, there's no security. Like Thiago is not a DM. Ronaldo is not a DM. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. But now it's like Kabak and Phillips. They got that security. Like they see Fabinho as an extra defender, but he's just further up. You know what I'm trying to say? And I think like, I think their partnership is brewing, man. You know what I mean? Like they just need to play, like you said, Foz. They just need to play more games. And you know what? They look happy on the pitch. Yeah. They look happy on the pitch now, man. You know what I mean?
What do you think, Attica, from an outside point of view, that the centre-back pairing?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, go with 2 genuine centre-backs. There's no point trying to accommodate. If you've got centre-backs that are available, even if they're not first choice, obviously Liverpool don't have that luxury at the moment. They're proper genuine centre-backs, and give them the best opportunity to play, which means that having a shield in front of them. and the best shield is like players like Fabinho and Henderson when he's fit. Obviously, give them that chance, and then you'll see if they're good enough or not. Don't put them alongside the central midfielder and say, "Oh, actually, here you go." You know, and then all you've done is take away the shield in midfield, and then made it even harder for the central defenders. And I think Phillips is a good player from what I've seen.
He's a nutter, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not the fastest
monster.
He seems to have really good positioning.
He's a Sean Dyche player.
Yeah,
Sean Dyche kind of player.
He's got really good positioning. He's strong in the air. And sometimes for a centre back, you don't have to be really fast if you're positioning. If you're already thinking one step ahead, if you kind of know where the striker's going to move, you can kind of like hold them off or be in that position first anyway. And he looks like that type of player. I think the more he plays, the better he'll get. But if you don't play him, then you'll never know. And as soon as all the other guys, Gomez and Van Dijk and everyone's fit, he probably won't be getting many chances anyway. So now's the best time to see if he's ready. And let's face it, Liverpool aren't going to be winning the league. The best they can do is challenge the top four. So give him the chance now. And even if you don't play him in the Champions League because the games are too big or maybe you think he's not good enough, at least play him in the rest of the league games. And Kabak looks pretty good as well. So apart from that mistake,
I'll play Phillips before Gomez, bro. I'll play Phillips before Gomez.
Yeah. What do you mean, like, when Phillips
looks solid,
Gomez
bro.
is fit? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'll play Phillips before him,
Phillips,
I think Gomez is a bit.
Yeah, let me say something about Phillips. Yeah. The problem with Phillips is he's not everyone's cup of tea, if you know what I mean, guys. He's not like a Van Dijk, those kind of ones.
It's not easy on the eye.
Yeah, that's it. That's the best way to describe him. This is why people don't want him as a centre back and all that stuff. But if he does what it says on the tin, why are you going to complain? He wins every header. He wins every ball on the floor. He might not be the best player. He might not be the best passer in the world, but he gives it 100%, and that's what Liverpool fans always ask for. As long as you give 100%, win, lose or draw, we're still going to back you on the pitch. That's it.
But don't you think he's crucial because we're struggling for height? We haven't got a lot of height in our team, but he's a unit. He's like what? Yeah. He's pretty much Van Dijk's height. So we need that. We need that colossus. For corners firstly, and even going up. He could be that hit man. All he has to do is head it on to someone else. Mane. Exactly. He's still a massive threat in the air.
It reminds me a bit of a Tony Adams.
He created the goal as well.
Yeah, exactly.
He did
create the goal as well, man.
To me,
his aerial duels is his aerial duels is untouchable, mate. Like, yeah.
Can you imagine like him with Van Dijk? Like you said, like imagine him and Van Dijk are back together. And I mean, that'd be great. Like you could put Gomez right back sometimes as well. And listen, the strength of the team is clearly showing now. Like, but I personally think Liverpool currently are playing like was it 2017-18 season now. They've gone reverted back, to that season, like grinding out stuff. Like they're not doing like positional play, trying to win games before they even started like the game. They're not doing that anymore. Now they're actually playing as a team, as a unit. Like Attica said, we're passing the ball to each other up front now, and that's how we was doing that 2017-18 season. I mean, it was unselfish all over the pitch. I think that's what Klopp had to do in order for us to actually play the way we're playing now. 2 games out of 2, we won basically both of them, and it's onwards and upwards with Liverpool, guys. I don't know if we're going to catch the top 4, but playing this way, like with 2 out-and-out centre backs, I think we'll be all right. I don't think we're going to be that bad at the end of the season.
We've got nothing to lose now.
Yeah, 100%. Do you guys think we've got a chance in the Champions League as well? All of these. I'm talking about all of these. What do you think of the Champions League? Do you think we've got a chance?
We've always got a chance, mate. In Champions League, we've always got a chance.
Who do you guys fancy in the draw? Who would you like in the next round?
Bayern Munich.
Porto.
City.
Oh, imagine that. Jesus.
You know what? I'll take anyone. I got a feeling we're going to get an English club. I got a feeling we're going to get probably City. I don't know why. Something is telling me we're going to get City, and then we're going to have to take them out.
Don't say that,
no matter what. What, are you afraid? I'm not afraid. Do you know what I mean? If everybody, if players are
don't
like,
put it in the air. Don't put it in the air, man.
You'd rather not. I mean, I got a strange feeling about Chelsea. You know.
yeah,
I don't know why.
that's
I don't know. I think Tuchel's, the experienced guy he's been there. He took them to Paris to the final last year. I don't know. I just got a strange feeling. I think they'll go far. I think they'll do well. I think they'll beat Atletico. And then
I think it'll be an English club winning the title this season.
I think Bayern Munich are the obstacle. They're the major obstacle. I said it before. I think City are clear second favourites. Second favourites above everyone else. And then I think Chelsea and Liverpool
PSG are there as well, man.
Yeah, they're relying on
but we've been waiting for PSG for a long time, Bally. I mean, we've been waiting for them for a long time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we know Pochettino never.
Maybe they got that hunger. Maybe they got that hunger. Like just like Liverpool, we lost one season the Champions League final, and then the next season Champions League final we win it. Like maybe they get that because you're so close to it. You know what I'm trying to say? And then I don't know, man. I don't know. Like anything could happen, man. That's the thing about Champions League. It's not like the Premiership.
And
like Champions League, no one knows each other's tactics.
And the funny thing with Pochettino, so Pochettino waited about 6 years to get a trophy at Spurs, didn't get one trophy. After 1 week, he got a trophy. 1 week.
Just leave Spurs, you'll be all right, they're saying, yeah?
Unbelievable.
It's amazing, isn't it? It is amazing, man.
It's just typical
Spurs, man.
Spurs. Mourinho can win trophies at Manchester United. Rubbish team like Manchester United, how bad they were. He still won 2 trophies.
Well, you look at the Tottenham players. I'm sure they're better than what we saw in Man United at that time. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of tough. Guys, I got the final one. Is about Wilfried Zaha not taking the knee, basically, in their last game, Crystal Palace's last game. He said, "What's the point? What is the point when there's nothing being solved in this racism stuff? Because they're still getting abuse online and all that stuff." Do you guys think he did the right thing, like not taking the knee? Like Bally?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like for Wilfried Zaha, because he's I think he's got the right to take the knee or not. You know what I'm trying to say? Like as he said, like he don't see like it's effective because like I think there's even more online abuse and racism going on, even though they're taking a knee. You know what I'm trying to say? So he don't. Said, yeah. I think he's doing it as in to show the owners of Instagram or Facebook, whatever it is, or even the FIFA and the FA. He's showing them, look, like you guys have to do something. I'm not taking a knee. Like nothing. No, you guys ain't changing nothing. Like one little badge saying Black Lives Matter and all that, it's not helping. Like you guys have to do more. Like. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know what more they could do. Like, I don't know the ins and outs of football like that, but he's got a right to speak up. And I don't think he's doing it out of neglect. I think he's just like doing it as in like, you know what, we have to do more. Like this
it's frustration. I think it's frustration. I think he's just frustrated and let down by the system of it all. And he don't believe in it. He's lost faith in it.
Rob,
he's just turning rogue,
Yeah, Rob, what do you think? Like it don't have to be just the social media. The FA have to do something as well. The Premier League have to do something. Do you think like it's just a circle of the same stuff every single time? Like they don't really have, they don't really go in there to say something about what is going on in social media. Mainly, it's social media. What's happening? It's each time. Let Crystal Palace lose or Man United lose or Liverpool, I don't know, whoever it is, and there's always a backlash by fans racially abusing players. Do you think like there's not enough done by the FA and the Premier League and just all around the British game? Do you think they should do more? Bob?
I think it's at its worst, and it can only go one way, and it's in our hands. And if we don't do something about it, but it's going to take patience. That's the thing. It's not going to be cleared up overnight. This is going to be like decades down the line where we've re-educated people you know, told them about cultures and how we can like grow together. I think that's a lot of that coming together and educating the new generations. That's the only way we can stamp it out. But it you can't completely stamp it out, but I think it can get better.
Yeah. Attica, what do you got to say about that, mate? Do you agree with Wilfried Zaha, the way he behaves?
I think it has to be the own players or person's choice. And I don't think it's anyone's right to say he's right or wrong. His wording was the fact that he thinks it's just become a pre-match ritual now. And even if people don't agree with it, just doing it because for the sake of it, you almost got, you get castigated if you don't do it now. And it should be a case of if you genuinely believe that's the right thing to do, then you do it. Yeah. Now, his thinking is, well, we're doing all this, we've been told to do it, so we're doing it. But what does that mean afterwards?
Yeah.
A lot of the players are probably doing it, don't actually believe in the cause.
Yeah.
They don't believe there's anything that's going to change. They don't believe that there is an issue in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, and that therein lies the issue.
I think
Ignorance, exactly. And people are doing it because they're told to do it. Yeah. Now, that kind of takes away the meaning. And I think that's the point he's trying to make. If it's just a pre-match ritual because someone's telling you to do it, we've completely gone the opposite way and we're just doing it for the sake of doing it now.
Yeah.
Now, his point is that we need to be educating people, and it's not just football. You know, it's not just football. And until we start that and look outside of football and look at society in general and say, there are problems. Where do we start? You know, because we're not going to eradicate this problem in the next month. We're not going to eradicate in the next year.
Yeah.
You know, these problems are going to go on for a long time, probably in our lifetimes. We're not going to eradicate in our lifetimes, but we have to make a start. Yeah. And we have to actually say, well, is taking a knee making a huge difference? Yeah. It's raising awareness, but what difference is it making?
Exactly.
And that's the point. I'm not saying it's not making a difference. I'm not saying it is making a difference. I'm saying we have to take a slightly more positive action and making an actual difference. And until we can kind of root out ignorance, which, you know, it's almost impossible to root out completely. It's a case of which direction are we going and are we doing this for the right reasons? You know, and that's really where he's coming from. I don't think it's for us to say a player's right or wrong to not take a knee.
Yeah.
He's made headlines, but he said he would have done it a few weeks ago if he was fit, and he wasn't fit. You know, so I think there will be other players that follow him as well. And the Premier League, the FA, they're too scared now because they feel they'll upset people. They're too scared to say, well, actually, we'll stop doing it now. You know, but then they're too scared to go the other way and say, well, actually, let's try and stop these people.
But actually, is there a way we can solve this? Because it's like you said, right? It's been going on in our lifetime, and nothing's improved, and it's still continuing. And the next generation are coming up, and it's still the same result. What do we have to do, us, to solve this issue? I mean, because it's been going on for so long, and don't forget these people that's playing football, they're younger than us. So, like, and don't forget your kids and their kids might play football one day. How can we make their lives better? You know what I mean, what do we have to do outside this thing, this bubble we're in that's not improving?
Can we stop ignorance? No. Can you stop ignorance? Can you stop people thinking, well, I'm superior for any reason? It doesn't have to be color. It could be any reason. Someone genuinely believing they're superior in any way, and someone, it's sad. Can we stop it immediately? Probably not. And I think I mentioned this before. Until there's complete acceptance and integration of all different cultures, we will still have ignorance and we still have, unfortunately, discrimination. And let's be clear: it's not just football. Because it exists outside.
It's life in general. It's life in general.
Yeah. I know we're here because football is a high profile. That's why it's raised awareness. It is around us. It's not. And let me get things straight. In terms of what I mean, it's improved from where we were 30, 40 years ago. Definitely improved.
Yeah.
But the progress has been fairly slow in that sense. But things have improved, and we have to keep going in the right direction. And I think Zaha, the way he's looking at it, well, now everyone's got a platform all these people want to discriminate. They got a bigger platform now with Twitter and Instagram or whatever. They can say whatever they want, and there's nothing halting them from making these comments. Nothing.
Protected, aren't they?
Yeah, they're protected. So I think that's the point. You know, no one wants to have their family see those sort of comments towards them, and then you can't react. If you react, you're a famous player, and you've reacted in the wrong way. You know, so there's no comeback there. There's no comeback from their point of view, and that's the problem for them. Their kids and their families and their wives, their mothers, their fathers, they're all seeing these comments made towards them. And do you guys think like BLM has faded away? Like, do you hear about it anymore? Is it still happening? Is it disappeared now? BLM ever since George Floyd? Like,
still there, I think.
Yeah.
But
are they still like
I think it's just
protesting about it? Are they...
No, I don't know if they are. You know, I think it's just like sorry, I just think it's like back. It's like a back lobby thing. Like there is people that are doing it, but it's all like of the backstage stuff now. Like it's not out in the open right now.
It's not
like,
mainstream.
How many times are you gonna go out there rioting, bro? Exactly. How many times are you gonna go out there marching and screaming and you know what I'm trying to say? It's just you know what it is. The main thing, bro. Racism, discrimination, and all of that is education, bro. That's the only thing I could say. Like the players. The fans, even the fans, probably even like before the Premiership starts, like give a little booklet to all the season ticket holders or something like that, and just educate them. You know, like how to conduct yourself or whatnot. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just simple things. A little leaflet goes far away. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's just education. Bro. That's all it is. It's education.
And foreign players coming into the Premier League as well. Because remember with Suarez, players like that. And you know, you had a lot of the pundits saying, how can he do that? That's well out of order. But and then someone, I think it was Rio Ferdinand that popped up with that we have to educate the players. You know, he should be like, you know, taken out the game for like 8 games, and instead of like punished, be like, right now you have to do this, like community service. But in a way that, you know, they can learn about the cultures, the different cultures, and how, you know, to embrace it rather than even be Cavani like, oh, you know, you're bad. Yeah.
And I think there is issue with
even Cavani done it earlier on.
Yeah. But again, issues like that, you say Cavani, and a similar thing happened with Bernardo Silva and Mendy, and you know, Cavani and Bernardo Silva. I'm absolutely certain, you know, they weren't even intending to be racist.
No, there wasn't.
But the fact that there was a subconscious, you know, wording from them, they didn't even realize that there's potential for the way they speak to cause offense.
It could be this culture.
And that's
could be like a culture thing, you know, like it could be normal to them. You know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly.
Because you know, when they said it and then they've been questioned about it, they were actually shocked. You know what I mean? That's how bad it was. They were actually shocked. Like they've been questioned about the actual the thing they wrote. To me, like with racism, it's not something. It's something we're never gonna get rid of. The worst thing that's happened this season, it's come out more, is because the fans ain't going to the stadiums. That's why they're at home. So what do they do when they're home? Like they said, domestic violence has gone up. Everything's gone up since everybody's been at home. So they take their frustrations out, and their true colors basically come out when they can't even go and watch the game. So what do? The next week they go to the black player that's playing for their team, and they start abusing him online. That's how it is. But it's those kind of things that's never gonna disappear, like you guys said. But we got to find a way to minimize it somehow in the future. Like for your kids, like I said, for your grandkids, for your kids, like we got to do something to minimize it somehow, because the young people of today should not learn what's happening. Like I said to Attica earlier about the Ian Wright incident. There's something happened on Twitter. Some kid abused Ian Wright from Ireland or something like that, and he got away with it. Basically, they let him off. They didn't charge him for it, and everybody was asking questions. What more do we have to do? This is why probably Zaha and all them came out and said, "What's the point of the knee if nothing's getting solved by it?" It's hard. It's hard to talk about it, but there's something's got to be done off the pitch for people, like and especially in the social media aspects of things. And like you said, like in those booklets outside the stadium. They should educate kids because their dads always buy them that, don't they? The magazines before the game, and they should actually put things like that on there, and all this stuff like with these players, like South American players. This is like you said. This is what they're used to in South America. I mean, they're not from here, so they're from South America. So they bring it here, and it's normal to them what they're saying, and it does. Nobody gets affected in their countries. So hence why they say it freely.
Because there's black South Americans and there's black Portuguese people as well. You know what I'm trying to say? So it could be a thing where they're so used to it. Like they're being offensive, but to them they don't see it as that. So like you said, like they feel shocked when they be pulled up on it. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm not saying it's right for them to do it. I'm just saying it's education. Like when you come into England, you can't do that, mate. You know what I'm trying to say?
It shouldn't be when you're coming to England. As long as you're an international player or whatever it is, they should be educated, no matter where you're from. I mean, because you're going to different worlds. I mean, different countries and all that stuff. So you should be educated from the day one that you're there. I mean, and
I think there should be like an international policy, like some international like foundation thing that's set up. That's be like, right, this is the way to act, like a code of conduct, you know, for how you should behave as a professional player. And that should be part of it. Like something like that. I think, you know, they should look into. So it's worldwide. So you haven't got these problems, you know, because we play in Champions League. You know, there's foreign matches where you have to go away. You know, and all it takes is like, you know, because it happened in Spain a lot, didn't it? Where they were just chanting like real bad things at like
monkey chances.
Yeah, exactly.
It happened in England.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it's, so I think something worldwide needs to be done.
Yeah, but like Attica said in the beginning, some like FA is afraid to do it. The Premier League is afraid to do it. But then again, why don't the players take a strike? If they're so passionate about it, like Zaha and them, why don't they like take a strike on it? Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? Like if they take a strike, and that will probably something might be done. If they just, but then again, I mean, you're gonna lose a lot of money at the end of the day. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's all about money, mate. It's one powerful business, isn't it? Football.
Guys, hang on,
hundreds of billions.
I'll be back.
If we just use a quick example, if we look at Kaepernick in NFL, when he took a stand, look what happened to him. You know,
where is he? Where is he now? Attica?
That's my point.
Yeah.
He made his name, but he took a stand, and that was it.
They took him out of the game. He's nowhere to be seen.
Who would risk that?
Sad. Guys, hang on a second here. 1 second. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Please like, share, subscribe. Tune into our next one, hopefully by next Monday. So please tune into that one, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everyone.